Good evening and welcome in to the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies Awesome Healers Training Summit. It is season 5, and you get to not only explore powerful healing techniques, but to learn them and heal as well. From Ho'oponopono to past life regression, from light key frequencies to animal communication, Akashic records, switch words, Vastu Shastra, and a lot more. This is your one-stop shop, be it for existing practitioners or healers to take your work to the next level, or for beginners exploring possibilities for your journey. Animal communication is there, and my animal's communicating with everybody right now. Everybody, please say hello to DJ, because DJ has decided to say hello to everybody in the middle of this introduction. Many apologies for that. Just wanted to let you know that with all these techniques and methods, this is a one-stop shop for you. Repeating that again, be it for existing practitioners or healers to take your work to the next level, or for beginners exploring possibilities for your journey. Remember, when you heal, so does everyone around you. It is another exciting season, people, with live calls and replays, learnings, interactions on the Telegram group, demonstrations, certified courses, and more. And we're all set to start off with word medicine, aka also known as the decrees, where words are said to heal, clear, attract, and manifest. Are they affirmations? No. Are they switch words? No. So what are they? Well, word medicine or the decrees are the language of light, the language of ascension, the language of the superconscious, and therefore belong in a supersonic category of their own. The results of using or taking word medicine is not only astounding, but takes place in the least amount of time with the least amount of effort. Have you tried word medicine yet? There is nothing faster, and it is changing the landscape of language to become more divine, more magical, and more evolved. Word medicine zip, zap, zoom away pain, and other problems begin sorting out in seconds and minutes. Thousands across the globe have benefited, and we have the OG owner of it with us. She understands energy in a unique way and knows how to get you to a higher vibration just by 1, 2, 3, 4 words. For instance, and this will get confirmed later, I'm 100% sure that a decree, word medicine, was given for DJ, and he calmed down in seconds. We will take confirmation in a few seconds. Another instance, beginning last Tuesday, you've been getting to know about your birthday, not date, birthday karma, and have been receiving a daily dose of word medicine and birthday karma word medicine. And so many have written in saying, bang on, that is so me, and how word medicine shifted things for you. Another instance is turbocharged water, which we will hear about directly from her. Who is she? She is owner and sharer of these supersonic commands, and is the world's only practitioner doing 5 and 10-minute sessions, speedster sessions, because that's how quickly word medicine works. Her OG, and for those uninitiated, original workshops include the Chronic Project Protocol, Apsara Curse Removal, Entity Removal with Words, Flatter Belly with Just Saying Words, Weight Release with Words, Awakening the Flower Within, Awakening the Empress Within, Awakening the Millionaire Within, and lots more. And today, she tells us about how to become a karmic light warrior in 5 minutes. Yes, 5 minutes, because that is how fast word medicine works. And how cool is it that we get to learn from the person whose technology it is? Coming up on the call for you, the three types of karma impacting your life: karma versus free will versus ego, what karma is not, reconnect with your lost plant and animal selves, 6 qualifications to be a professional healer, and lots more. So, what are we waiting for, ladies and gentlemen? Please put your hands together for and join me in giving a warm, mystic Lotus welcome to retrograde specialist and moon worker, owner and sharer of word medicine, the one and only Nidhu B. Kapoor. Hi, Nidhu. Welcome
Hi,
in.
thank you. Hi, everybody.
So good to see you as always,
Good
Nidhu.
to see you.
And
Good to see everybody. Mwah, 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 mwah.
and everyone's waiting to hear from you. However, I just mentioned a minute or so ago that we will take confirmation of this. So can you confirm, did you send the decrees for DJ?
I did.
I knew it because he quietened down and he didn't just growlingly suddenly went calm. So
So glad.
people live example on the call even before we've begun. Nidhu, all this work that you've done over all these years, very short period, really. What, 4 to 5 years? Yeah, and in these baby years, how amazing is your work? And look at the kind of work you've done. And Karmic Light Warrior is such a progression of the work that only you do and only you can do. So I am not at all surprised that we will become Karmic Light Warriors now in 5 minutes. So speed is of essence, right? Lightning, speedster, everything. So before we actually get into understanding Karmic Light Warrior, what it means to become one, to be one, can you give us a little trailer, Nidhu?
Definitely. Definitely. And
course.
happily.
Of course, also the water.
Fantastic. In fact, let's do that first, because while there is nothing faster than word medicine, aka the decrees, we do need water to support the shifts that take place in the body. And when we can have charged water and what we call turbocharged water, well, then our healing, as it is so quick, integrates and assimilates in the body faster. You know, it's like the first time you have had a new experience, you love it. It's amazing. And then in 2 days, you've forgotten about it. When you use your water with the decrease, especially turbocharged water, your memory holds it longer. So it is, well, you will see for yourself. And then we will definitely, like Nidhu said, we will also do a trailer. And for that trailer, you also need this turbocharged water because, and those of y'all who have been here before, you know, you're going to be asked to drink a lot of water. We will take washroom breaks, but be prepared for the fact that you're going to be guzzling quite a bit. And this is what you want to do. In the mouth of your glass or bottle, so choose whatever it is. Bottle is so much simpler, right? Because then you can just keep putting it. But if your bottle is not around, take your glass. And in the mouth of this, I want you to say, yes, I am healthier and wealthier now. 3 times. So 2 more times. Yes, I'm healthier and wealthier now. Yes, I'm healthier and wealthier now. You come below, and there is space and surface for us to have fun with. So over here, I want you to write with your finger, joy, love, happiness. And maybe as you're writing, you have to turn the bottle. All of that is fine. Please turn the bottle or the glass. And then on the opposite side, where you haven't written anything, you are going to make 3 exclamation marks. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to close the cap and you're going to turn your bottle upside down to make sure that all the messages have been noted by all the cells. Because one of the notorious things about water is that water takes time to communicate in levels. So you want to make sure that all the messages in the water are uniformly done across each cell. If you're doing it in a glass, please don't turn it the other way around. Just take a swirler or a spoon and just swirl it a few times. Go ahead, have a sip.
Well, I had already started my bottle, kept my glass ready. So cheers.
Water is life, water is babe. Tell me, could you taste anything? Could you taste that the water was a little cooler, smoother, softer? Tell me what it was. Tell us on the group. And those of y'all who haven't yet joined us on the group, on our Telegram home group, where we do our chats on calls, please do so. We'd love to hear from you. And for our YouTube brethren,
And people have written in instantly. Vat says lemony smooth. Heidi says cool. Jashi says smooth. Sonal says sweeter. Anju says feeling calm. Naya says water is sweeter. Sunita says smooth and tasty. Smooth and cool, says Nanda. Renita says sweeter. Arjun says the water feels sweeter. Archana also says sweet. Bella says purer. Nilu says, another Nilu, says smooth. Bella says it feels holy. Karishma, Piecing, and Samina all say smooth. Ruma says sweet, sweeter. Thomas says tasty and cool, calm, happy. Yeah, a lot of smooth and sweeter has come in. And Nidhu, I just have to tell you, Payal wrote in saying, ma'am, for you, ma'am, how are you always smiling? And it's contagious. I was feeling so low, but when I see you live on the video, it's contagious.
So nice of you. So nice of you, Payal. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I also want you to, especially if it's a glass, so it's easier, I just want you to smell the water. Maybe there is a smell, maybe there isn't. In a small mouth, like in a bottle, might be a little difficult because, you've also been very close to it. So you can end up smelling the fragrance of your lip gloss or your lipstick, but it's easier in a glass. I just want you to smell it. Tell me, is it like water? Or is there something else?
I don't know if water has a smell unless and until something's put into it. But mine is
watery kind of
vanilla and cinnamony.
Nice. Nice. Anybody else?
So Nanda says it's something else. Arjun says it smells like an early morning leaf. Karishma says elixir. Bella says jasmine. Piecing says smells like sweet perfume. Nilesh says yes, ma'am. It is. He's getting a smell. Bindu says she smells butterscotch. Vas has already said lemon, and Sangeeta also says vanilla. And Soumya and Nilu say that it smells holy, like a divine fragrance. And Ruma says dewdrop.
Fantastic. So, fantastic.
Sandal, as in sandalwood.
Sandalwood.
Yes, Jayashree.
Fantastic. Super.
Lotus smells chocolate.
Oh my God, we are going to absolutely close down the chocolate industry, especially for those who want to stop eating chocolate, who want to shed some weight, who don't want to keep indulging in their late night chocolatey snacks, who just can't control themselves. We're going to just do this with the water. A little later in the call, you will know why I asked you to smell it. But the fact is that you have changed this water just by saying a few words. This water can now be used to take a shower, because this water, once you put it in the bottle, you empty it out into your tub or your bucket and allow it to wait for 10 minutes, because you'll fill it with other water as well. Just let it wait, because the messages have to spread. Right? What is water? Notorious for not communicating very quickly. You can also take your hand in and swirl the water in your bucket, in your tub. Take your shower with this water. See how your hair and skin is in 3 days. Use this water if you have a wound or place of pain where you can put water. Right? Some wounds you cannot put water on, but the wounds that you can wash, you wash with this water. Use it, see what happens, and also see how much more energetic you are. Again, only in 3 days. Whatever it is that you are dealing with, pain, unwellness, stress, worry, we've all got a story. Whatever your story is, that story, you will find that you're having way more energy to deal with that story. So definitely make turbocharged water a daily practice. And in any case, once you begin working with word medicine, you gotta keep this going. Remember, it will help you retain everything that you do learn. Because today, when I tell you, and I'm about to tell you, this 3-word decree, it's only 3 words. You remember it today, you'll do it tomorrow, and then Wednesday we are back again, and Friday we are back again. So you remember again because we'll remind you. And then 5 days later, you won't remember. But this water will help you remember. And it's as simple as this. So everybody, don't put this down right now. Wherever it is that you are feeling tight, tense, stressed, anxious, painful, unwell, aching, hurting, there's a body part that will be doing this, that will be holding this for you to pay attention to it and do something about it. So I want you to identify that body part. Don't write anything on the group yet. Yes, you've identified the body part?
Yes.
Excellent. After you have identified the body part, please identify on a scale of 0 to 10, whatever it is that is the stuckness, whatever is the pain, whatever is the stress, whatever is the tightness, whatever is the tension, on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is not at all and 10 is very high.
And they can keep it in their mind for now, right?
Yeah.
So
you can write it in your notebook as well. You written the number?
Yep. Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Once you've written it, you are going to say this word medicine. And we say the word medicine as a form of taking it. First, like any medicine, you will have some water. Like how you take water with your pill, you're going to take water with your word medicine. And then only 5 times. And somebody who's feeling absolutely fine, doesn't need to do this, or Nilu, you as well. I want you to time how long it takes for us to do this word medicine. Ready? It's 3 words only. Yes? Show me a sign with your hands up. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Superb. The medicine is 3 words. Know the words first and how to use it. You know the body part? First word, be. Second word, okay. Third word, my. And then dash is the body part. Be okay, my particular body part. Let us say you chose the knee. You will say, be okay, my knee. You will say it 5 times. Since I've said knee, let me do it 4 more times for the knee. Be okay, my knee. Be okay, my knee. Be okay, my knee. Be okay, my knee. Make sure that your medicine is gone in.
Okay, so Nidhu, a lot of people have raised their hands. I just want to remind everybody, all queries on the Telegram group, please.
I asked them to raise their
Oh,
hand.
I'm sorry. Okay. And you said to time it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see this, but it is
9.7 seconds.
9.76. Yeah, like
10
milliseconds.
seconds.
10 seconds.
Took us 10 seconds. Your medicine has taken 10 seconds. Let us say 15 because we also, let's include water also. That's part of our medicine. All right. What was your number when you started? What is your number now? Now post in the group. Tell us the body part. What was the number? And what was it that you were dealing with? So you will say it was 5 stress. And by the way, the number can go up as well. So if that has also happened, tell us that as well. Go ahead.
So people, so Nidhu, you do want to know about the body part as well, right? Not just the rating. So people do put that in. And okay, I am getting half answers. People put the full thing in, your body part, the opening SUD and the closing SUD. Okay, so...
But your closing number.
Closing number,
yeah. Sorry, your opening number and your closing number.
Right. So Heidi says right hip pain 6 to 0, and the 0 is 0 that you do.
0.
And Mona says neck from 7 to 4. And Deborah says 95 shoulder, financial stress to 90. Bindu says leg 8 to 5. Arjun says I had pain and stiffness in my gums inside. Initially it felt 8, now it is 5. Naya says ankle stiffness from 5 to 0.
0.
And that people is the 0 down. Stuck from 6 to 2, hand and neck and knee for peace thing. I can see only peace thing, so I do not know the first name. Jolly says back pain 4 to 0. Please repeat. The 0. The 0.
0.
Anju says shoulder 4 to 1. Jeshri says her chest 4 to 2. Bella says she had it on her intestines for digestion and feeling a bit constipated. And Samina says stomach pain 6 to 3. Karishma says neck pain 6 to 2. Amritanjali says right shoulder opening was 4, closing is 2. Back says anxious. Anxiety 9 down to 2. Lotus says my lower back 5 and now 2. Sweetie says right ankle 6 to 3. Sangeeta says legs pain 7 to 3. Sunita says foot numbness 9 to 8. 9 to 8, no change. There is a one number change, Sunita. And Vinita said to repeat the decree, which you'll be repeating right now. Right. And Mayuri says 8 to 2 knee.
Oh.
And Vaishali says pain in the throat, but it's still the same. Namrata says it was 15 on 10 and now is 0, but she's not mentioned which part.
0.
And Nilesh says neck from 9 to 6. Rita says right foot pain, spelling 10, now it's 7. Karishma's neck pain from 6 to 2. Lots of them, everybody's had a response. Renita says lower abdomen 7 to 2. Anju says skin 7 to 4. Arvind says right hand index finger swelling due to infection between nail and skin from 6 to 2.
Fantastic.
Right. And knee pain. Chandrika says knee pain 0 to 2. Did you mean 2 to 0, Chandrika? Can you just confirm to us, please?
And before I do the dance as well.
Yeah, I think it must be 2 to 0, because if you start at 0, you're not going to be really saying the decree as, oh wait, hang on, maybe, okay, let's hear from her.
Yes.
Vash says huge, okay. Jig says knee pain 5 to 0. And
0.
Sonal says there's swelling in the inner lip. Was it 10 and there's no difference that she has felt? Yeah. Tejasri neck stiffness down from 10 down to 4. And she's also asked, is it possible that the stiffness moves from one part to another? I feel it at my left elbow at 3 now.
Very much. See, as long... Okay, Neelu, first you finish.
Yes. And Chandrika says knee pain 9 to 0.
0. Oh, fantastic. This is fantastic.
Many zeros. Oh. And Ruma's asked, can I use this decree for family on their behalf?
I will come back to this question.
Right. Okay. And sorry, Nidhu, Payal's having breathing problems and she's at 7 down to 3. And Anjali had chest pain. It's gone from 6 to 0.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. So Payal, Vaishali, I'm not sure if there was one more person. First of all, we're just going to repeat the decree for those of us who came to a lesser number but didn't come to 0. So you will change. So for example, when you've got this pain in the throat, was it pain? Was it soreness? Like Payal, you're not being able to breathe, right? So you're going to say, be okay, my breathing. You're going to shift. In fact, everybody, be okay, my breathing. We're going to do it 5 times. Be okay, my breathing. 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 Have your water. And keep sipping water if the pain is still there. Everything in the body can be flushed out. Therefore, pain, unwellness, illness, soreness, stiffness, all of these are indications that there is dehydration in the body. Because you see, for the body manages without water very easily. It does not demand it. And therefore, we can take for granted that we are having enough water when actually we haven't. Keep sipping water. Be okay, my breathing. People, quickly just tell me the first few.
Yes. All right. I think people would need a few minutes to process and write it in. In the meantime, I did want to ask you, there were some questions about the turbocharged water earlier.
Yeah.
Like, for example, it's gone past, but for example, there was a question about, can I do this for another family member?
Yeah.
This is general, right? You can actually just charge all your bottles with it, right? So you can charge it and, give it to your husband to bathe with also, your children, anybody.
Correct.
If feeling happy enough, give it to your neighbors also. Spread the love.
Why not?
Why not?
So one of the important things, like somebody mentioned, the important thing is that a shift is taking place. When a shift is taking place, some more light has entered your body. And what that means is that you've already shifted some karma as a light warrior. What? How? How does that catch up? How does that match up? Coming up. Make sure that you are hydrated. The body part that has this ache, I also want you to draw the circle of life on it. And the circle of life is as simple as this. Whatever is your body part, you just do some circles and close with the oxygen symbol, which is O and 2. Close it, leave it, put aside everything, and let me begin our,
Some people have written in. Lotus has said lower back is from 5 to 2, now 0.
Fantastic.
And Rajni is asking, I've been having pain in my leg joint. What must I tell? Rajni, if you've just joined in, just follow along as is right now. Sangeeta is now from 3, she's come down to 0. And Sangeeta also says so much lightness and last of the pain is gone.
0. People, y'all gotta give me an opportunity to do 0 dance.
Because it's become Bhangra now, the 0 dance.
I might join, you never know what will show up. I might start rapping in the middle of things.
Yeah. Today is feeling very Bhangra.
Because I do the one.
Yeah,
But it's fantastic. Super.
And Samina says stomach pain, 6 to 3 to 0. Lots of burps.
0. Super. Thank you, Samina. Thank you, people.
And Pat is asked, what's the symbol before O2?
Circles of life.
Circles.
Just circle. And if it's on the opposite side, use your opposite hand. And obviously that will be a circle in an opposite direction, but that's cool. Just circle. Okay. Now, Be Okay, My has 5 levels. 1 level you have already seen. Because Payal said she couldn't breathe, we immediately moved to Be Okay, My breathing. Then we did it together as a group. But there are 3 more ways in which to use Be Okay, My. We'll probably do it in these 3 days that we are together. So you will have this with you. But for now, please join me in invoking the presence of our ascended masters, our guardian angels, our spirit guides, and everybody from our family, our ancestors, past lives, who have given their blessings for us to show up here today. 3 fingers, and these 3 fingers only. We will draw Lord Shivji's tilak first. From your left side of the forehead, you will trace it down to your right. With your thumb, from the center of your eyebrows, you will go upwards towards the hairline and just very gently dab it there and leave. Take 30 seconds because things will begin to happen in the body.
I immediately felt something on the temple.
And while you all are processing that, and remember, you got to stay extremely hydrated. Your body will do what it needs to do. We are going to get together in Namaskara Mudra. Once the Guru Mantra is done, 10 seconds, you will bring your Namaskara Mudra to your higher third eye. Then you will bring it down to your heart chakra, and only after that will you open your palms.
Right.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Earth, because karma is applicable on Earth. Earth is 4.5 billion years old. The sun has a lifespan of about 10 billion. And the sun was there before a lot of other things started. So in a sense, in the larger scheme of things, we are halfway through. The sun has another 5 billion years for us. On Earth, 4.5 billion years back, and everybody knows, right? Billion is a very big number.
Right.
4.5 billion years back, there was the sun, and there was space, and there was air, and there was water. About 1 billion years later, there was bacteria. Bacteria showed up floating around air, water, just there. About another billion years later, this bacteria started feeling very alone and started clumping up. So 2.5 billion years back is the first understanding of a creature. Single cell started to become a colony of single cells. Basically, they started becoming multicellular. Once this joint program began, and by the way, this is the precursor to animals as we know them today. Another 1.5 billion years later, animals like we understand animals started to show up. About 50 million years after that, plant life started to show up. $200 million years later, some sense of a human being started to show up. Bacteria, single cell, multicell, animals, plants, human beings. And then diversification began, because you don't just know one bacteria. And one bacteria is a single cell. By the way, viruses are single celled as well. You don't know just one virus, right? We've also been reminded who the earth really belongs to in 2020, because we began in the single cell organism. The diversification meant that plants proliferated. We had fungus, we had algae, and by the way, they belong to the bacterial family, but from there, grasses, stems, shoots, flowers, trees, expansion of life started. The animals went from being really simple, not even having a spinal column, not even having a backbone, not even having a brain, to having a backbone. Having a backbone meaning they became vertebrates, because your backbone is made up of vertebrae. So we went from invertebrates to vertebrates. Then vertebrates started diversifying further. We had amphibians, we had fish, we had reptiles, we had avians, birds, we had mammals, in the category of which we belong. But even in mammals, there was diversification, because primates became another kind of mammal. And primates are the monkey family, although the monkey is not part of it, but primates are the ape, gorilla, chimpanzee, the ones that we do maximum scientific research with, because they are our closest evolutionary last step. Bacteria, multicell without spine, plants, multicell with spine, with backbone, with brain, people. Can we all, even with this rudimentary understanding, see that intelligence grew? Can we all agree? Yes? Can we all, awesome. Can we also agree that fire grew? We started with some heat. We started with the sun. But can we agree that fire grew? I mean, today, there are those who live off the grid without fire as well. But it is also the fire of digestion that I'm talking about. Can we all agree that fire grew? We have very complex digestive systems. We have one of the most complex digestive systems. Although the cow has 4 stomachs, we still have a way more complex system because we are 2-legged animals. Like we stood up. Can we also agree that awareness grew? I'll tell you why. This amoeba floating around in the air, amoeba, bacteria, virus, germ, floating around in the air. If it rains, what's it going to do? Nothing. It will be washed away or hang in there, depending on how strongly it is attached to the air. What can an earthworm do? It will try and find a place where it doesn't drown. It will try in that limited area. What will a dog do? More choice.
Find shelter.
Find shelter. What will human beings do? They will sing tip tip barsa pani and look at it and make wonderful fried food to eat with it. They will play with it. They will get annoyed. Clothes are not drying, fungus on the wall. Awareness, and awareness is what brings us choice. So can we all agree that awareness and choice grew?
Yes.
Yes? Slight digress here. When you want to be good at something, you have to know it. If you want to be good, you have to know goodness. If you have to be bad, you have to know badness. If you have to be a cricketer, you have to know cricket. If you have to be a musician, you have to know music. If you want to live in Mumbai, you have to know how to park. In being a karmic light warrior, you have to know karma, light, and warrior. And in being a karmic light warrior, in 5 minutes, you have to know karma, light, warrior, and word medicine. The understanding of evolution is crucial in karma. Because, and back to where we stopped, which is, as all systems became more intelligent, more complex, more fiery, awareness also grew. And awareness always leads to more choice. Choice cannot happen without awareness. In the most fundamental understanding of karma, karma is action. And that action has a result. Action, result. Action, consequence. Action, result. Action, consequence. Action, result, action, consequence. The thing is, you cannot have karma without the freedom of choice. your freedom of choice based on your awareness will give you certain indications of the action you're going to take. Therefore, karma does not apply to animals. It does not apply to plants. It does not apply to babies. It does not apply to people in coma. The last category of people it does not apply to are the enlightened ones. Enlightened ones do not store or carry forward their karma. The importance of this is this. Karma is an evolutionary principle. Evolution works like the floors of a building. Because you went on the second floor doesn't mean the first floor went away. We have bacteria today, including in our bodies, and require them for our good gut health. We have viruses today also. Became a billion years later, 3.5 billion years ago. The invertebrate, the earthworms didn't stop being produced. Not that you didn't have certain variations that didn't work out. Dinosaurs got extinct, but reptiles didn't. I think that was a signal. Good time to say cheers. Dodos got extinct. Birds didn't. In evolution, a small part of the big part moves away and a modification begins. That modification may work as it has or may not work, like dodos. That understanding that I coexist with everything. Our last and closest ancestor is the ape, is the gorilla. They're still there. They haven't gone anywhere. So evolution is not the death of the previous step. It is a coexistence. Karma as an evolutionary tool is important threefold in our healing journey. Because I have come from all of this, I have all of this. The vertebrates who came from the invertebrates will still carry certain symptoms, certain characteristics, certain attributes from there. So it wasn't a transformation, it was an evolution, which is why that gorilla can exist. Bacteria is still there. In fact, the origin of humanoid cells are traced back to the eukaryotic bacteria. This oneness of me, I need to understand further this oneness of me and you, this oneness of you and me, this oneness of us. Why? Because on the first floor, bacteria. Second floor, other versions of bacteria having a party. Animals, plant. Animal diversification will give them another floor. Mammals will give them another floor. Us. There's a reason why we are at the top of the food chain. There's a reason why we're at the top of our hierarchy. And what does that have to do with karma? What that has to do with karma, number one, is because I have come from there, I also have it. What does that mean? It means I have plant and animal tendencies. Tendency is a very important word for us, my darlings. For those of y'all who accessed and had and were on the group and checked your email and you saw birthday karma, you will notice I used tendencies. Tendency is very crucial to understand as a part of karma. Because I just didn't come through my mother and my father and my ancestors and my past lives, which is my direct lineage. I also have another lineage of plant and animal kingdoms. Tell me, what according to you are some plant tendencies? What do plants do?
Well, plant tendencies. For example, the first thing that will come to my mind is nourishment. You get food, fruits. Then there is a sense of stability. For example, a strongly rooted banyan tree, protection, and or let's yeah, I'm going to use the word protection, like a canopy, like a big broad tree,
Correct.
gives you comfort and gives you protection. Let's say against the rain, for example. So yeah, things like that.
What are plant tendencies? Like Neelu said, and I'm going to put it under one word, they're givers.
Right.
And they don't ask for things back. But if you don't get it back, you don't give it to them, they will die. And what do they ask? They ask for sun, they ask for water, they ask for light, and they also ask for night. Plants coexist with the cycles of the seasons. We need the sun. We need the light. We also need the dark. We need water. Lots of water, especially if you can tell that your finances or your health or your relationships have been suffering for a long time, because all of those are indications of stuck karma. But I'll come to stuck karma. This is the first understanding you need in understanding karma as an evolutionary tool. Any answers from the group? What are plant
Yes,
tendencies?
there are very nice answers that have come in. Before I tell you that, Payal, who is having breathing problems, wrote in to say that it's come down to 0.
Zero.
And I brought that up in the middle of all this because for everybody, and if you need to explain it, Nidhu, that once you've given the decree, it doesn't stop working. It keeps working. So suddenly you'll put in because you'll suddenly feel it. So whenever it happens, let us know on the group.
Share it with us. They'll keep working. They'll keep working for you for your whole life. Your awareness won't be able to keep up, right? Because we've already gone through another, I don't know,
lots of things.
5 sentences. So we've already moved from there. But the medicine will keep working. It's like when you take a croissant, right? It's not instantaneous. It kicks in about 30 minutes later. So this one kicks in immediately and continues to keep working. Okay.
Right.
Tell me, what are some plant tendencies?
Yes. She also had a question on karma, which I'll bring up little later. So Namrata says self-reliance. Vinati says plants need oxygen. Swati says they make their own food. Lotus says, I love plants. They're beautiful. They have a beautiful smile and smell. Karishma says oxygen. Nanda says when we see plants, we feel joy. Poonam says breathe oxygen out, carbon dioxide, take a photosynthesis, making food. Yogita says life. Mona says water to live. Arvind says photosynthesis from sun. We also get vitamin D from the sun.
We do.
So yeah. Anjali says nourishment, and grounding says Yati. Stillness says Shilpa.
Superb.
Sagita also wrote plants give.
The one who said grounding and stillness, please make
the
name.
So stillness is Shilpa, as in Hamari Shilpa.
Hamari Shilpa.
Hamari Shilpa. Yati said grounding. And by the way, in the middle of all this, Karishma's neck pain has gone to 0.
Zero.
Right. And yes. Nurture the nature, says Poonam. Yeah. And Vinita says plants and trees teach us to be okay with anything and still not complain.
Superb. How many people do you know like that? Are you like that?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. The plants are for this are definitely higher up than me for sure. There's no way. I don't complain. Sorry.
But if
Please
your
continue.
but if your plant DNA is strong, you will be like this. Grounding, the importance of grounding, we know only from the plants. We cannot learn grounding from an animal. Giving strength, stability, uncomplaining, and they are who they are. As are animals, but they are who they are. And they ask for very little back, and most of what they ask back is freely available. Sunshine, water, soil, of course. And for those of y'all who have very strong plant DNA, you will always have this sense, especially later in life, that I never really asked for much. So why haven't I gotten that much? We'll come to that. Remember, the understanding of karma as an evolutionary tool requires to be understood in 3 parts. This is just the first part. Tell me about animal tendencies.
So there is so much that
True.
well, with the first thing with dogs, loyalty, their connection to, then the survivor mode. They're survivors. Animals are survivors. So survival, guardianship, territorialness. Yeah. And I'm picking up, I was just going to say this, but 24532, whose name is not there, said instinct. And Deborah says unconditional. Lotus says animals are always moving. Arjun says I have pets at home. Dogs teach us loyalty, truthfulness, and innocence. Protector and unconditional love says peace things. Instinct, love, compassion by animals. Sangeeta says strong. Gratitude. But they do hurt. Jayashi says they do hurt others when they do not hurt others when not hungry. Yeah. Reactive says Anjali. Renata says animals are protective instinct, loyalty, alert, active. Yati says willpower. Malvika says transparent. What's in is out. And Arjun says animals teach us to be just ourselves and not somebody else. Abhishek says fight or flight. And Vas says they help us with healing. So, and Puran says animal tendencies are loyalty, knowing a few things before they happen, strength, sharp, carefree. Yeah. They take only when they're hungry. They're loyal. Yeah.
Unless they are abandoned and they're not home, then, and also a lot of y'all are basing it on dogs, right?
Yes.
But animal tendencies are about animals. The willingness to kill, the ability to take. Who said loyalty? No animal is loyal to the other. You're talking about loyalty to us.
Yeah,
no,
that's what.
But the animal tendencies, meaning animal and animal.
Right.
No dog is loyal to another dog. No cat is thinking, I've already, this one should get a little bit more. So territorial. No problem in taking from somewhere else if they want it. While, yes, Loot, you're right, there's movement, but no animal is getting up and saying, this boss is really toxic, I'm moving to another city. They can move. But you're right, there's a difference between them and the plants, which is plants are stationary. They're grounded, they have stillness, and animals have movement. And brilliant, whoever brought up fight or flight. This fight or flight hindbrain, reptilian brain, is something we all carry till today. This particular part of our brain, which manages this, looks identical to a reptile's brain, meaning that lizard the brain of that lizard, expanded, is here in us. There are so many ways in which our evolution has taken place, and we still carry some of the imprints. Like, for example, wisdom teeth. Wisdom teeth showed up when man started chewing thick, heavy bark, branches, stems, leaves. Our wisdom teeth were required for that. Appendixes are from the rabbit family. What is our coccyx called?
Tailbone.
Tailbone. Our tails. If you see an embryo about 33 to 36 weeks old, it has a tail. Nictitating membrane became our semilunaris. Here, in that corner of our eye, we don't know what that thing does over there, that little white part. That is from the toad family. Because the nictitating membrane, and by the way, when we do the 2-minute body alchemy, I will come back to nictitating membrane. The nictitating membrane was the precursor of an eyelid, because they don't have eyelids, but you still need to clean your eyes, right? Every time you blink, everybody blink. Close your eyes. Open them slowly, gently. Your eyes are fresher. Your eyes have been cleaned. Even if you take a look at all the ways that we do yoga, it is primarily, there are other parts, but it's primarily all the ways that our body needs to do the best of animals. Bhujang, cobra, Ashvashanchalan, horse, kapot, pigeon, shashank, rabbit. The way that we are designed is to be better, but not forget how many ways our muscular systems, digestive system, fight or flight systems are still rudimentary. How old is Earth?
Sorry?
4.5 billion.
How old?
How old are bacteria? 3.5 billion. How old are plants and animals? Human beings, the way that we know it, civilization as we know it, is 6,000 years old. Our ancestors are 200,000 years old. From there till here, till who we are today, we are 6,000 years old. The year is not 2023. The year is 5,077. How old is it for the bacteria? 4.5 billion. The tendencies of the plants and the tendencies of an animal, we still carry. Whatever you have understood about the animal kingdom, there are things that take place that we do today as well. Except for a very select group of mammals, no animal takes care of their young.
Right.
They will feed for that little time. Although the younger the evolutionary step, there's no feeding also. The feeding happens only across in the vertebrate section. It is just, no cockroach is thinking, hi, mere bachche ne doodh nahi diya. No animal has any boundaries. Definitely not sexual boundaries. It will sleep, mate with whoever it needs to, even if it is from the same litter.
Right.
An animal will take from another animal's bowl, will fight, will attack, will kill. Tell me, how many of these are sounding like people you know? The reason that abandonment is the biggest wound in humanity is because we have not evolved enough to get to a point where the nourishing and nurturing of the young becomes part of our DNA. Procreation, and invariably, there are those of us who will say, oh, I plan my child, I want to have a child, I'm desperate to have a child, I'm going through IVF to have a child. But for the most part, children have just happened. We've just had them. Procreation, procreated. The species must continue. The law of the jungle, which is the rules that govern Mother Nature, govern us. How old are animals? Billions. Humanity, 200,000. I shouldn't say humanity. Human beings, 200,000. Humanity, 6,000 years. We have not evolved enough to be the kind of parents that most of us are waking up to realize we don't have. Our parents didn't think like that. You cannot say a word to my mother about her mother. Often I cannot say a word about my mother to my sister also. I can definitely not say anything about her father. I wouldn't even have bothered to try with my father about his father or his mother. You cannot. Definitely not in Asian, Middle Eastern, Indian communities. Right? Nobody questioned because things happen on autopilot. On Earth, there are schools that are on autopilot. Whether you like it or not, the sun will rise. Whether you like it or not, it will rise only in the East. Karma tells us how far we are from the plant and animal tendencies. There's a quiz we did. And in that quiz, you would have gotten a number. The bigger the number, the deeper what? Animal influence, animal tendencies. Your karma blockage today is happening because there are certain, including plant, because obviously you can't keep giving, you can't keep sheltering, you cannot keep nurturing, you cannot keep nourishing without getting the sunshine, the light, the dark, the water for yourself. And dark here means rest. It means time off. A plant, and absolutely correct, there is the giving us oxygen and taking in carbon dioxide. So they're also healing their environment. However, they do the reverse at night. Although there are some specific plants that you can keep at home near your bed because they do the opposite. At night, plants take in oxygen and give off carbon dioxide, because that is how they maintain a balance. Now, as animals, with the fight or flight, how many of y'all going to jobs you don't enjoy? How many of y'all staying with the tyrant? How many of y'all putting up with a absolutely dunderhead of a boss? You know you're brighter. You know you can do better, but you're there. Because when we are exposed, and by the way, tyranny, competitiveness, even jealousy, coveting, these are all animal tendencies. I will kill to get what I want. I will hate you because you have more. Where? One of the things that would sometimes cross my mind would be, you could have said that better. You could have said that more nicely. You could have said that more kindly. I'm talking about myself. I'm sure that would be true for each and every one of us.
Absolutely.
So why didn't I? Why didn't I? Why didn't you? Because when we are exposed to animal tendencies, our animal tendencies work. How many people still in an abusive relationship? How many of us in a codependent relationship? How many of us feel like I want to, but I just cannot do anything? How many of y'all have your mother as your trigger? A trigger is when animal meets animal. How does an animal react when threatened?
Exactly that, fight or flight. Either you're going to attack or you're going to defend. Or you're going to run.
Dead. You're going to play dead.
You're going to play dead, right.
So then you stay in a relationship, but you make the story out to be like you're the victim. You play possum. You start suppressing yourself. You start depressing yourself. Why? Why? You are a fully functioning human being. Everybody here is fully functioning human being? Raise your hand.
Yes, please. Like everyone's raising hands, please.
Why can you not walk out the door? And I'm saying, why can you not? I also didn't. I also stayed. Why? Why did I stay? Lots of understandings about why you will stay. This biggest one you must understand, my love, is because the animal tendency has still not evolved enough to be a human tendency. And that is the third thing I want you to understand about the importance of karma as a evolutionary tool.
Nidhu, if I just quickly, like you said, why is it still there? Because it has not evolved to the human tendency, to the human humanity tendency yet. So does that mean that all those billions of years, whatever progress is happening, some more billions of that progressing will make that change in humans? Or is it
It'll help. It will help to let a billion years go by. However, we are fully functional. We eat, we drink, we sleep, we live with the cycles of the seasons. We have legs, we have hands, we have breath, we have eyes, we have ears. The evolution is now that of consciousness. There will be a physical evolution as well, because there is no way we're going to be spending so much time on our computers and our mobiles and not have our thumbs change. By the way, the thumbs is also one of the biggest evolutionary things between gorillas, apes, and us. Because we have a usable thumb. In the monkey kingdom, and by the way, that's also why our babies like to grip, because it comes from the baby's ability to hold on to the monkey mother's skin and hair. You know, if you put your hand, how many of us I love doing, right? You put your hand because that baby will close over it, right? And the baby will hold tightly. Some babies hold very tightly. Monkey predecessor. Because the baby does not know that this finger is not mother's skin and hair. And this connection that we have with our brethren, with every single species on earth, is what is mostly governing our lives. At the same time, there is also the growth of, remember what was increasing all throughout?
Awareness.
Awareness. And what is awareness? Awareness, well, it's consciousness.
Freedom of choice.
Only freedom of choice. You have the freedom of choice to live. And today you know about your animal. And everybody knows if they're living with an animal, dealing with an animal, staying with an animal. If you don't know anybody, then I'm so sorry, you're the animal. If you're very blessed, you will be born in a family that has only one primary animal. We're all animals, by the way. So when I say one animal, two animals, you know an animal, I mean where the tendencies of the animal are much higher than their humanity. If you're very blessed, both parents will have lower animalistic tendencies. Look at your lives for those of you all who have done that quiz. By the way, can we just post that quiz over there?
Yes.
Yeah. Go.
No.
Yeah, team, you'll just post that quiz.
Yes.
Take that
we
quiz.
post
People
them
who
in the group.
haven't taken the quiz, just quickly do it. I think it'll take maximum 5-8 minutes. And
Yeah,
you
actually lesser.
even
Oh,
less.
no. Yeah, it'll take time in case you're overthinking certain questions.
Right.
You just go for what comes first. Don't overthink it. Then it's very easy to go through it.
Must not do any thinking in this.
Yeah. So Nidhu, are you saying that you're giving everybody a few minutes to actually do the quiz if they haven't?
So I'm saying things that are around the periphery, so you can take time to do that quiz. But this, right, where if you're blessed, you have both parents who have some humanity. If you're not so blessed, meaning karma, coming there, you will have one parent with slightly more humanity and one parent like just doesn't get it. You have one parent who's hyper, monkey. You have another parent like Mahishasura. So when Durga Ma came down to our world, she came down to our world because this Rakshas, this demon, was just creating chaos. This demon wanted to take over heaven and rule the 3 worlds. We believe that there are 3 worlds, and these 3 worlds, and everything is governed by the cosmic law of Ishvara, but there are 3 worlds, and this Asura wanted to take over everything. This Mahishasura on that battlefield is telling her, I will make you my wife, you will be my queen, you will be in my bed, you must come with me. And she is saying, foolish one, I'm here to kill you. I'm giving you a chance to redeem yourself, save your army, save your kingdom. This one is going on and on, just not getting it. If you look at some of the images where this slaying of Mahishasura is there, what will you see?
I think it's the bull, right? Bull-headed. Buffalo bull, right?
Just doesn't get it. So one of my favorite things in our work is, don't teach maths to buffaloes. But we all do, and we all will. We just need to start shortening our time in doing so. Mahishasura, as the buffalo, being taken over by a higher consciousness, killed by a higher consciousness. And then after that, peace reigned in the 3 worlds. The gods had to do what they had to do. The devas did what they had to do. The sages and rishi munis did what they had to do. Mortal people did what they had to do. Peace reigned for thousands of years after that. So this, where we will be animalistic. And I'm telling you, if you tell me some tendencies in the family, I will tell you which family it comes from. And sometimes it just pops out of your mouth. I remember Elle, and we were doing a body call, and she said, I feel like a walrus. Why walrus?
Of all
the animals, walrus. Because ancestry, it is there. Has everybody done the quiz?
Yes, people have been doing it. In fact, Anju has written in saying she got 96 plus and she's feeling very sad. And she's saying what to do. I'm feeling sad and depressed all the time. Devanshi got a 36, basically in the 20 to 39 range.
Nice.
And Lakshmi says 20, Jayashree 88, Payal Dhami. This is the same Payal whose breathing issues came down to 0. So 64, Naya 20, Mona 24, Vinita 28, Kriti 24, Falguni 16.
I'll just interrupt you there.
Yeah.
So when you take a look, you will notice that the toxicity, trauma, abuse is obviously higher, right? Because why, as a human being, do I need to do this to another human being? When Moses freed the slaves from Egypt and brought them to Israel, and there were these thousands of people, after the Red Sea had parted, all of that, and they had escaped, thousands of people. And this is, what year is this?
2023. Oh, you're talking about that year, sorry.
2,500. Yeah. No, what year is this one? Yeah. 2,500 years ago, this is happening, where he is watching these people helter-skelter. They have escaped, but now what? And he goes up on Mount Sinai and he gets the 10 commandments. And I'm asking you, did we need to be told, don't kill? Did we need to be told, don't steal? Did we need to be told, don't covet? Covet means wanting to take from another and then taking from another. Did we need to be told, don't commit adultery? Did we need to be told, keep your eyes away from your neighbor's wife? And the answer is yes. If you take a look at those 10 commandments are the negation of what? Animal. All of them is the negation of the animal and the enhancement of the human. So it didn't say be kind. Did Jesus not know that? Forgive. Of course, he speaks about kindness, goodness, forgiveness. But could that not have been a commandment? It wasn't, because we didn't know kindness. We did not know goodness. We did not know niceness. And that brings me to the third understanding in karma as an evolutionary tool. We need karma to move to being more humane. Because karma, the principles of karma, now physics, right? Action, reaction. If you set a ball in motion, it will keep rolling till it runs out of steam or hits a stationary object. It's basic physics. Because like gravity, karma is also an eternal law. Nobody thinks about gravity. Are you thinking about gravity? Oh my God, so much gravity today.
No.
Nobody thinks. So you don't think karma as well. Because it's an eternal law. And although I must tell you this. So gravity is a certain way on Earth, right? And on Earth, our weight is measured by physics people in the house. Raise your hand, tell me what the answer is. If you can, I'm going to give it to you anyway. So weight is mass into acceleration due to gravity. That's your weight. When you go on your weighing scale, that's what is being measured. And on the moon, gravity is 1/6. So my Vedanta teacher, Swami Brahma Vidananda Saraswati of the Saraswati Gurukul, always jokes. He says, I'm not overweight, I'm just on the wrong planet. So, why do I say this? Yeah. So this understanding of karma as an evolutionary tool to become more human. Because the understanding is so basic, if I throw a stone, it will go somewhere. So how do I get this maths? Good actions, good results. Bad actions, bad results. That happens with dharma. Karma always works with dharma. Dharma and karma are how law and order is maintained amongst multiple species on Earth. Dharma has 5 primary, it has many, but 5 primary attributes: love, kindness, compassion, justice, well-being. I'm sure none of y'all have ever heard of well-being as part of dharma. Love, kindness, compassion, justice, well-being for all. Now, this does not mean that you must give up everything and become a lawyer. It also does not mean that you need to fight on behalf of a deer who is getting killed by a lion for his meal. It doesn't mean that. We will come to the deeper understanding of dharma, that right now, I want you to experience something, especially those of you all who've taken a test and are feeling a little displeased, because the level of abuse, toxicity, nonsense struggles that are happening, again, animal. as a human being, do I not understand what I have to do next? I do, but I'm not able to do it. And for this conversion, for this conversion, for this upgrade, for this evolution to become faster, first, I want to give you the word thank you. Thank you it's an extraordinary word. It's a decree that is the energy of the word thank you. Thank you is not used as gratitude in the decree work. And today's decree, today's word medicine in your email and on Telegram group was, thank you, my karma. There's a way that we use thank you that uses the energy of the thank you to start changing everything. Close your eyes, everybody. Become aware of your breath. Become aware of the soles of your feet. Become aware of your ears. Become aware of your eyes closed. Become aware of the center of your head inside your brain. And tell me, what is the first animal you think of? Gently open your eyes. Start getting ready to take your medicine. Whatever animal you saw, this is what you're going to say, and I want you to see the reaction in the body. So let us say that you saw a
lion, black panther, eagle, dog, fish, monkey, cow, elephant.
Lovely. I'm going to go with panther. And
Black panther.
If I remember correctly, I think all panthers are black.
Yes.
I mean, only the movie said Black Panther.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm going to go with panther. I love panthers. You're going to say, and we're going to say this. So the way that you know the number of repetitions that are good for you are your birthday number. So if your birthday is 24, 24 is your ideal number, but you don't have to do 24. 22 plus 4 is 6. You can do it 6 times. But 24 is your ideal. Thank you, panther, medicine. Whatever came for you. Thank you, cow medicine. Thank you, fish medicine. Whatever came for you, just do it with your unique numbers. Tell me, where do you feel this in the body and what happens to your systems?
A few more elephants came in: wolf, cow, tiger, lion, monkey, dolphin, horse. So waiting to
I want to say thank you, medicine, for all of that, but I don't want to interrupt the flow for those of you all who've already started taking medicine.
Right.
So I'm going to give you all a moment. And a moment is all that you require, right? 30 seconds.
And people have started writing in. So Nilesh said horse, feeling it in the chest.
Nice.
24532 says head and throat heaviness.
Yamini.
Deborah, sorry?
Yamini, I think.
Okay. If you just mention a name once, then I won't have to keep saying it as a number. Sorry about that. Deborah says, feel it in my second chakra. Naya says chest. Lourdes says throat. Vas says heart and throat mainly. Alison says bear, and I felt a snarl in the nose. Minuti says right side, stomach pain and discomfort. Cat. Anju says head is heavy. Shishti says she's light heart. Light heart is what she's written. And Vaishali says lion, and she says felt it in the head and chest. Chandni also felt it in the head. Sonal says throat and chest feeling, lots of throat and chest coming up. Throat and chest feeling tight. Shikha saw tiger, and she felt it in the third eye chakra. Vinita says elephant, and she felt it in the head. And yes, you're right. It is Yamini, I believe, because she's put that in. Yati says chest. Arvind says stomach at the navel area. Yamini, yeah. Jayashree says she thought of dog and she has a headache and it's pouring in. Anjali felt it in the left arm. Pat feeling energy moving in front of her body and her lips are tingling. Lekni says anxiety kind of feeling in the chest. Vaishali says her head is heavy and it's difficult breathing. Again, Anju says head feels heavy. Piecing says head and feet. Yogita also said elephant and she felt it in the brain. Other Nilu said root chakra. Ruchika says heavy head. Again, a lot of head coming on. Rashi slept off.
Now, ideally, because you've recognized an ancestor, you've recognized a connection to earth you never realized before, you would be feeling better. But if you have been suppressing your ancestry, you are not going to feel better. Maybe you've judged it. Maybe you're terrified of the desires it brings up in you. So what we're going to do right now, first of all, most loving, kind, gentlest species on earth, I'm just going to say this 10 times and you'll just see how you feel. Stay hydrated, my darlings. Okay? Thank you, plant medicine. 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 Have water. See how you're feeling. Because the plant and animals coexist. I do not know which particular plant, tree, grass, area, region is perfect for the cow or for the panther or for the dog or for the elephant. But when I say plant medicine, the system starts harmonizing. Because the animal, which we've activated right now, but we've activated the best of the animal because we use the word medicine. Thank you, panther, medicine. So we have made sure that whatever else panthers do or don't do, but whatever is their best, I will start receiving. So you have, in the symptoms you all have mentioned, you all are telling me how many of your ancestral gifts you have been suppressing. Because when we say ancestors, you always think people, right? In our work, in our word medicine, and you will see this a little more as well as we go on, we're not just going to be taking a look at what's happened with our family, ancestors and past life, because that is the lineage that we are born in. Our past lives have a certain karma. Certain actions need to be balanced out now because we did good, so we have to come back to receive good, and we didn't do good, we have to come back to receive the not good. We are chosen from that past life in the ancestral lineage of which our parents are the last line. And then we are born to them. And yet, way before that, there are things I'm already carrying. How are we doing? Are we a little better with thank you plant medicine? Little better at least?
Yes, definitely. Deborah said that she felt very sweet. Jessie said headache was gone. Mona said feeling fine now. Yogita said she's more calm. Lotus said that I felt like a rose coming up through my head. And Anju says feeling things release, being light, and she's sleepy. And Renita is calmer. Nilesh says yes. Chambika says yes. Feeling ease, feeling good, feeling calm.
Fantastic.
Right.
Because in Dharma, anybody remember 5 attributes of Dharma? Because every other attribute falls into this attribute, these 5 primary attributes: love, kindness, compassion, well-being, justice. Another word for justice is balance. Why do you want justice? Why?
To write something.
You bring an order back into balance, is what we did. You just saw justice. Your system stabilized. Because, first of all this time, and maybe you all love animals, maybe you all don't love animals, maybe you're terrified of animals, maybe you only want dogs in your world, whatever the case might be. Because this is the first time you are recognizing your oneness with earth and oneness with the way animals are and plants are. In even activating the animal best, I need to activate the plant best. And when I'm saying animal, I'm covering everything. And thank you, somebody had also said fish. I'm covering the fish, I'm covering the eagle, I'm covering the crow, I'm covering the earthworm, I'm covering the frog, I'm covering everything.
In fact, Nidhu, Malvika's asked, what about phoenix and centaur? So
yeah. So phoenixes, centaurs, mermaids, unicorns.
Unicorn.
Oh my gosh. Everybody, please. Thank you so much for reminding me. So there's a program. Sorry, 2 minutes. There's a program that we've done. I think we did it last year. And this is where you meet your magical ones. And the thing with magical creatures, dragons, let's not forget dragons. The thing with magical creatures is timelines. This is not our first Earth. This is not the first time Earth has happened, because you do not know in how many big bangs have already taken place before this one. You only know what scientists can tell you about this one. But there have been many big bangs, eternal, timeless, and there will continue to be other big bangs. Big bangs being the scientific theory of creation. There was a big bang and then everything began. But how do you know that this was the only big bang? It wasn't. There was a time when gods walked on earth. There was a time when all of these creatures were here with us. And one of the most magical places on earth is England, London. How much magic? Harry Potter.
Merlin.
It's there. Gateways, portals. There are memories, because just as we will carry memories from our ancestry. And again, I want you to experience this, because we're going to work on some memories, my lovelies, from okay, not 4.5 billion, not bacteria, but 2 billion years back. And you will see, you will remember something. So in England, like when you take a look at Stonehenge, when you take a look at grassy areas in some parts of England, you know, underneath there is a portal. Something has happened here. So again, not on our timeline, but they are very real, they exist. Enid Blyton, English to the core, elves, fairies, pixies.
Magic faraway tree.
The faraway tree, yeah. In my program, not happening this time, the Enchanted Forest, we work with a lot of them.
Right. And there, okay, so just a few questions came in, Nidhu.
Yeah,
just
hang on.
Them. Yes.
Yeah. Hang on to the questions, because what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to give you a 1-minute body alchemy And then we're going to take a washroom break. Then we're going to come back to the questions and we're going to do some more word medicine. I want you to absorb what you have just heard. Because when we start speaking about dharma, and by the way, not so much today, on Wednesday, but a little bit, when we start understanding light and warrior, and again, also more on Wednesday and Friday, just want you to grasp the basics of karma. And by the way, I haven't yet finished telling you about karma, but I just need you to assimilate what you've already heard. So everybody, but first receive this as well, because you will need another minute or two to process this particular body process. This particular body process, many thanks to animal ancestry. I will come back and tell you all about it. I'm not going to show you what I'm doing right now, but I will show you once we're back. I just want you to experience it, have water, eat something. In fact, if you all do want to eat something, then instead of like a 2-minute break, we will take a 5-minute break. So just let us know how many of you all would like to eat something. And right now, just experiences, whichever body part is feeling a little tight or tensed, can you just bring that to the camera? So if it's your back, just put your back to the camera. I'm going to be going off camera. When I come back, I will show you what I did. But just put your back to the camera. Yeah.
So Nidhu, you're going to do this and we're going to sip our water and take the break and then come back,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Ready?
Yes, please.
Say cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Started. And done. And receive completely. Have water. Take your break. And see you right back.
Nidhu, there has been a request for 5 minutes. So
5 minutes it is. I owe you all an apology, everybody. I did not realize that we had spent quite some time together. Oh my gosh. And also, I think, Malvika, was your question about magic and creatures, about a plant or animal?
So her question earlier was that the animal that she's seen was a dog, because she works a lot with dogs, and she gets back a lot from that. And after the question was, what about phoenix, centaur? And I'm actually glad that she brought it up, because before the animal came to me, it was a dragon. So then I knew that when you said, yeah,
medicine, so powerful. Wow. Thank you, Phoenix medicine. Thank you, Centaur medicine. Thank you, mermaid medicine. Thank you, goblin medicine. Thank you, fairy medicine. Thank you, pixie medicine. For everybody else. How are you doing? Wherever you were feeling something, I saw some of y'all did turn your back. How are you feeling now?
So people had started putting in just immediately after, with that. Okay, Bass said tingles in the ears and lighter, some more yawns.
Good.
And Pat started to eat. Tongue and mouth are burning and feel swollen. She drank some cold water. Chandrika says nice. Chandni says back feels better. Bass also says third eye coolness. And yes, there was somebody asking till what time is the session?
I'll round it up. There's quite a bit in today's curriculum, but it's okay. We have Wednesday, we have Friday. We will do it then. So I do.
Because Nidhu, people have to know about these super cool offers that you have. I mean, offers that are thousands of dollars are available at 90% savings. You have to hang on, people. Just hang in there.
Please hang in there. Thank you. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, because the other thing I also wanted to, after I give you the body alchemy, because I want you to practice the body alchemy today, tomorrow, and when you come back on Wednesday, you got to tell me about the body alchemy. But I also want to take a look at the number that y'all had in the karma quiz. Or is everybody okay if we push that to Tuesday?
Tuesday? You mean to say Wednesday?
I mean Wednesday, I'm sorry. To Wednesday, because I want to take a look at that. I also want to take a look at the sentence in that quiz that caught you, like that affected you the most, that you resonated with the most, because that is the place we will begin our work. So if you're okay, we will move this to Wednesday, or we will do it today. I'm very happy to go on for a while, my lovelies, but I truly didn't realize we'd already spent so much time. So without further ado, like Nidhu likes to say, let me tell you the 2-minute body alchemy. And many thanks to Toad Medicine. Remember nictitating membrane, semilunaris in the corner. A nictitating membrane works like this. How do we blink? Blink, everybody blink. Blink, close your eyes. Open your eyes. Draw an O2, oxygen, around your nose. Just give it 5 seconds. You will start feeling more energized. You will start feeling fresher. Circles of life, drawing O2 around the bodies is something we did on the Health Summit, but we will do it in our work this month as well. But everybody's ready? 2-minute body alchemy. Now the 2-minute body alchemy, it's 2 minutes because 2 minutes is the maximum time. Maybe you will need to do it only for 45 seconds. Maybe you will need to do it for 1.5 minutes, but 2 minutes later, you must give it a break. Okay? And it's as simple as this. Everybody, right hand up. And wiper. Now, stop. When you do this, when your palm is facing you, things are going to come to you. Therefore, you are going to do it like this. Now, don't do it because you're going to send it to me. And I'm also only going to show you in like few steps like this, because you need to use the back of your palm. Now, let us say, who said, and that's why I want to go there as well. Somebody said, yeah, Patty, was it Pat? Patty? Tongue is swollen. Tongue, by the way, is the heart. So there's something that has affected your heart. Is there any heart trouble in your, for your health or even in your family? Like this is a lot of judgment, anger, hatred in the heart. That affects the tongue. So what you will do is you'll just open your mouth a little bit. And I'm going to turn this side and I'm going to do it because your back must face the body part, not the front. So you'll just open your mouth a little bit and for those of us who know, for example, if your shoulders are feeling a little tight, and you just take the opposite hand. But it is this. You're seeing the forward of my palm, but it's the back of my palm facing my body part. I have so much to show you with this, even though we're out of time, but we will on Wednesday, my lovelies. Just try it for yourself. Do it only for 1 minute.
Complete this at least, Nidhu, because there are people who want to continue. There are people who are requesting Wednesday. So at least this body alchemy bit, don't leave it. Don't leave it.
No, I meant we're going to use the body alchemy to do like a chakra alignment. We were going to do the body alchemy to like enhance our hearings. We were going to do the body alchemy to enhance our vision. So the practice of the body alchemy is what we were going to do. But this is it. This is the body alchemy. Now, only right hand. Now, people, only right hand. In the package, I will tell you what can be done with the left hand. But for our work this week, is only the right hand and facing outward. Can you do this for your family? Of course. For your pets? Of course. You will just fan. You will just wipe off.
So when you're doing it for somebody else, Nidhu, then your palm has to face their body part or the back of the back. Always the back.
And move away, right? So don't, like, I'm showing it to you like this, but you don't want to do this when you're working with somebody because it will come to you.
Right.
Right? So you will move a little away and you will just wipe her over there. Just wipe her.
Right. So Deborah's asked, if it's your right shoulder, you have to use your left hand. So
it'll be easy. No, actually, wait. Oh yeah, use the same hand. If your hand has mobility, use the same hand.
Right. And
sorry, I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Wherever you have this, first you do the circles of life. Put your O2 and then begin wiper.
So circle of life, O2, wiper.
Wiper.
So basically cow.
Basically cow?
Yeah. Circle of life is C, O2 is O, and wiper is W.
I love it. Cow. Peoples, it is the cow medicine. It is the cow body alchemy. So cow, it is, when you see it in your email, and you will see it again on Wednesday, it is the cow work that we are going to be doing. And this is based, again, how to use your right hand and why right hand, how to use your left hand and why left hand, what do you use your left hand for, has to do with the understanding of balance. Why did we speak about balance? Because
that's what justice is about.
Justice. And justice is one of the primary attributes of dharma. Justice for all. This doesn't mean that you have to become vegan. It doesn't mean anything of that sort. It doesn't mean that you now have to live on love, fresh air, and sunshine. It doesn't mean anything of that sort. Because even though the law is eternal, there are always a little bit of room for play. It is justice. If somebody has come to attack you, has threatened you, you've met somebody who's tortured, hurt, harmed somebody that you love, You've come across a rapist, you do something. The maths of that gets adjusted. It is a soldier's dharma to kill. Where is the justice in that? There is, because the soldier's job is to protect. It is his dharma to learn to take out the enemy. So the understanding of the rights, duties, values takes place when you also understand that there are three ways in which we do karma. The three kinds of karma we will do on Wednesday, but there are three ways in which we do karma. And while I'm telling you this, people who can multitask a bit, tell me, did you just try the cow for your body part? How is it feeling?
In fact, people have written in saying, Lekni said, this is magic. My ache just disappeared. Pat has confirmed that she has very high cholesterol.
It is releasing now. Your body is throwing it out. If you do your cholesterol check tomorrow, it should be lower.
Thank you. And Payal asked, in Body Alchemy, do we have to say anything?
No.
It's
just Body Alchemy.
Yeah, right. And can this work for a distant pet?
Yes. Now, distance is done differently. Like, you're at a distance to me, and I switched off my video because I've done it differently. That also in the package. How to do it for others at a distance.
Right. That's also part of the package, of course. And somebody had asked, yes, Falguni is asking, can I do it for my mom who is in hospital?
Of course. Of course.
All right. But keep the curtains, keep yourself aside, because whatever you're doing, in case there's another patient, that should not happen, right?
See, now you're playing directly with energies. You are working with light. And while Nilu, all the other comments gather up, three ways in which we do karma, because this I want you to know before Wednesday. The three ways are sattva, rajas, tamas. Sattva, maximum light. When you do something with no thought of result, no thought of expectations, no secret hidden agendas, no ego. That is sattva, maximum light. Then there is rajas. Rajas is normally what you and I end up doing. We go to work. Rajas is activity. And it comes from kingly activities. Like a king's job was to take a lot of action all the time, right? Like if you had a king who is just chilling out, drinking wine, getting grapes fed by women, having a leisurely time, not doing enough activity, obviously that kingdom would be taken over. It would be conquered or it would fall apart. So rajas, from the word raja, king, where you perform your kingly duties. Those of you all who go to work, who provide for families, comes under rajas. And even hobbies that you do, any activity. This is us doing rajas. Our work is sattvic, but we are doing rajas. You sitting there making notes, trying it out, then having to go manage your meal, your water, coming back, sitting down. All activity falls under rajas. The physicality of a karma falls under rajas. And the last is tamas. And tamas is very important because tamas is how we sleep. So tamas is inertia. Tamas is grayish, darkish. Tamas is laziness. Tamas is sloth. Tamas is greed. Tamas is playing power games. Tamas hides our unconscious animals. As your life gets more and more light, which is sattva, you will need less food and less sleep because your tamas is reducing. Remember, it is laziness, it is greed, it is sloth. Your tamas is reducing. Therefore, you will sleep lesser. And this is not to say that if you're very worried and you're staying up at night, you've got more sattva. I'm sorry, no. Worrying is tamas. Why? Can anybody tell me why? It's a little long, the understanding, but can anybody tell me why?
Yeah, I'm just seeing if anybody's written anything here, but worrying is tamas because it's taking you into a space of not being aware of what to do, you're just
You're
in the
getting
worry
it.
of it all.
Getting it. I'm giving you packet C. You're getting it, Ma. I can see you've gotten it. You're only
Right.
finding
And
the words to put
yeah,
it.
and that worry somewhere also probably takes away your freedom of choice.
You got it, Neil. What is freedom of choice? What is it required for?
Karma.
Completion. You have to take a new action to get a new result. Worrying is the biggest karma completer blocker because nobody is worrying about the good things that are going to happen. So what have you done? You have paralyzed yourself from rajas. You're not going to take action. You're only going to spend time worrying. There is no sattva in worry. Therefore, your tamas is increasing. When your tamas is increasing, there is no new result. For those of us who are chronic warriors, we just get worse and worse and worse and see no changes in our lives. Why? Because that karma only is being increased. Right? Remember, it's physics. You throw that stone and it will go as far as the energy you have put in the stone, unless it is blocked by somebody else, right? You throw a basketball, you want it to go to the basket, but your opponent is able to jump up and take it. In worry, that ball is only going. There's no end to it. It is the biggest karma completer blocker. Because obviously, the more light you are, the closer you are to enlightened states. Enlightened states are states characterized by more and more light. On the days you feel light, on the days you feel lighter, you feel amazing. You shed 2 pounds, 4 kilos. Doesn't that change everything in your life? It's just 2 pounds, maybe even 1 pound, 2 kilos, changes everything. It changes the way you're looking at yourself. You're smiling a little bit more. You're nicer to other people. It is easier to do dharma when you are light. You cannot do dharma when you are not light. And the great thing about this, and I want to big shout out to our CEO, our COO, our CFO, our CTO, our CSO, Amrish. And we were just chatting about this work. And he said this beautiful sentence. And he said, be the light. In order to be a karmic light warrior, you have to be the light. And so, before we get on to what our packages are, and we will do them very quickly, my lovelies, we'll let you go. I also want you to be able to spend tomorrow being able to listen to some parts of the replay. I want you to do this with your name. And the importance of your name is part of your karma. Again, Wednesday or Friday, we will do this. And you're going to say, so for example, if your name is, let me take a name from here. And I see there is a name called Gurnam. If your name is Gurnam, you're going to say, be light, my Gurnam. You will still say my. Right? Like for Nilu, Nilu will say, be light, my Nilu. How many times? Just 5 times. Try it right now. Tell me how cool and amazing you feel. Until then, Nilu, set up time. Let us tell everybody how they can continue this beyond this week.
Yes, please. I'll just share my screen. Nidhu, before that, this question was there earlier. Somebody was, when you had mentioned about, practicing body alchemy.
Yeah.
Somebody had asked, what about for patients with brain tumors?
Everything will work only depending on the severity of what's going on. Is that it's going to take longer. Obviously, right? You have now been given a magical tool in which to dislodge what's going on. But if your boulder is gigantic, it will take you a little longer. By all means, do it. Definitely do the circles of life and O2 as well.
Right.
And Viper is not required more than once a day. If you do it twice a day, chances are you will not do it the next day. But circles of life and O2, you can do as often as you like.
Fantastic. Hang on, I'm going to share my screen very quickly.
Yeah. By the way, everybody who's coming along, who's showing up for the package, be the light, be a karmic light warrior.
With whom though? With Nidhu B. Kapoor.
Okay, so Saturn's Decrees Foundation crash course. Somebody please edit this and put crash course there. So Saturn's Decrees Foundation crash course is the basic in word medicine. You got to know this before you know anything else. And in this, you already have a replay, which means you can listen to it tonight if you have the bandwidth. Definitely by tomorrow, you can listen to it this week, but we will get back again and do a brand new fresh call on Saturday. Saturn's decrees were the original karma completers. By the way, all word medicine are karma completers, but some are specializing in it. Like, for example, the Be Light or the Be Okay.
Saturn's decrees, of course, Nidhu, it is the beginning. Yeah, everything's come from there. So if you have your
OG, right. OG karma completer in November when it was given to me, and then the understanding of how to use it showed up, it was very clear that this is meant for karma completion, because we as human beings are taking a very long time and ascension is already happening. Ascension is another word for evolution. That's all really it is. Because now when you look back, now that you know the things that you do know, you will see that from then 3.5 billion, that single-celled organism to where we are, the light has also increased. Fire has increased, intelligence has increased, complexities have also increased, awareness has increased, but light has also increased across each species, across each section of the species. A dog is more light than a fish. So this increasing of light, how can we hold more of it? That's ascension. Ascension is the evolution of consciousness, the evolution of awareness, and therefore cannot be done without evolving your own individual karma. Please do not think that you are God and you can do this for somebody else. You can help them for sure, but you cannot remove or take away somebody else's karma. More Karmic Conversations Wednesday, Friday. For now, the OG Karma Completer, Saturn's Decrees Foundation course happening this Saturday. And it is about 18,000 rupees. It is about, don't go there, stay here on this page. It is about 200, more than $200. However, you can pay as you like. You can pay as you can. You can pay as you wish. There is no amount too little. There is no amount too big. Come. If nothing else, you will walk away knowing how to work with word medicine better and deeper. Of course, for definitely much more better and deeperness, you want to come to Be the Light Package A. And Package A, by the way, includes Saturn's Decrees crash course on Saturday. This Saturday, we will finish these calls on Friday, and Saturday, we will dive right back in and do Saturn's Decrees crash course. And our group calls will begin from Monday. Basically, now that we've set the ball rolling, what did I tell you about the ball rolling? As long as you don't stop it, we will continue and till the end of the program, which is after 7 live group calls. These group calls also include work we will do on curses, on black magic, on hexes, because all of that also happens, and all of that is also part of karma. So we will do removals around that as well. And there you will have 91% savings. By the way, it's about 1,20,000, 1,21,000. How many people paying for that? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. You don't have to pay that much, but raise your hand, raise your hand, raise your hand. And you will get 91% savings because you won't have to pay more than 12,000 rupees. Little bit maybe more than 12,000 rupees. I think 1 rupee more. And what is it in USD?
So the original is 1,742 US dollars, or 1,27,526 rupees. But yeah, as you said, 12,001 rupees is what it is, and in US it's 164.
164, and you do this, and you do a one-on-one session with me. I don't remember. I had a great package last time also on the Health Summit, but this amount, just a nominal increase, and you get a 20-minute VIP session, one-on-one. So you and I will do a session together, and that amount, the package is about 1,50,000 something, and about how much? 1,900.
2,000. No, 2,000. 2,072 in fact. 2,072 in fact.
$2, but you will again get your 90% savings. You will not have to pay more than $185.
No, $205, Nidhu.
$205. You won't have to pay more than $205.
And 15,001.
15,001 rupees. More details coming up, but now that you know what it is, click, come, and what's going to happen in this, I will just quickly take you through. Yeah, Saturn's Decrees Foundation crash course. You know, there is a way that you work with the decrees, and there's a way that you practice with the decrees. In the 2-hour call on Saturday, we will do both. It is a crash course, so it is not the advanced course, it is not the complete course, but this is foundation. Whatever else you come for or don't come for, take this. Come for this one. Not only are we doing the call on Saturday, you already have an existing call, and you have a PDF where you can spend just 20 minutes and go through it. One of the things we do in Saturn's Decrees crash course are the 6 laws of energy. And these 6 laws of energy govern how you live life. They govern the principles of the law of attraction and manifestation. They govern the principles of karma. So it's there already in the PDF, meaning moment you have bought it, that email is going to be in your inbox. It's already with you. And Saturday, we will do some more work on it. On Wednesday and Friday, I may make references to these energy laws. Well, this is a place where you will know more about them. And you will leave having learned to heal in 2 hours. And just by the way, you can see how easy it is, right? We did be okay, it was done. 10 seconds. Okay, 15 seconds. We'll add water. Okay, 25, 30 seconds. Okay, 1 minute to process how you felt. Dealing with a lot of nonsense. Okay, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. It was done. What do you want when you learn a new language? You want to be in a place that speaks that language, and you want to practice that language, because word medicine is truly a different way to use the language you already know. Okay, package A. Oh, package A is all done. Go to package B.
No, but I still want to just quickly chasing the light, a
Oh my
novel way of
God.
living. I love that. It just reminded me of, it was a term I first heard when I saw this movie about this entire crew that would chase the tornado, to catch it. They were
Yeah.
so I saw that and I immediately thought of that. It was a way of discovering what the tornado does, what happens in the middle, everything. So
Correct.
I loved it. I love this chasing the light. In other words,
Nice,
beautiful.
nice. Because the thing is, my lovelies, most of us chase the pain. We focus on the lack, we focus on the suffering. And by the way, karma is not suffering. It has nothing to do with suffering. It's like saying gravity makes me suffer. Eternal law, any eternal law is not creating something in your life. How the law works will do something, but karma is not you having to suffer at all. Karma is not about punishment. It is about balance, justice, kindness, compassion, and love. So most of us, right, when we do this work, we start focusing on one of these things, right? We start focusing on the love. A lot of us want to focus on love. We, in fact, say God is love. Although, then what is hate? And who is hate, right? God is everything. And this thing where we bring this into our lives. And when we have this into our lives become more karmic. Our life becomes more light warrior. A light warrior needs to imbibe dharma. Why are we here?
I didn't want to change the screen and distract you.
Thank you. So, no, take me back then.
Yes.
So pay as you like, people. Pay as you like and come. We'll have a good time. And this qualifies you to work for yourself, your family, and your friends. You cannot, if you're already an existing practitioner, you can include it in your work. If you're a newbie, then you cannot begin to charge for it. But it is very good for everybody else that you know.
Right. And there are, of course, these very important things you need to know, the 6 important things you need to know to be a professional healer, which you will also cover between Wednesday and Friday.
I will. Oh my God, that was so amazing. You know what? I'm going to cover it today. Those of y'all who need to carry on, you all carry on. Let me do it today. And I will bring it back on Wednesday. But let me have it on the call.
Right.
The six, yeah, I will do it today. I will do it today because that's where we're going to use our felt pens. That's where we're going to use our sketch pens. And I want you to see how the power of color does things to our word medicine. It's good fun. Okay. Be the light, package A. You've got 7 group calls and you have got notes from the group calls, and you have got a certain way in the way that these calls are happening. So normally what happens on a call is you do a training, right? But our calls aren't so much training as they are workshop and healing. Meaning, when we do the learning on the call on a Monday, you will be dealing with what you're going through. So we will all together do work around what you're going through, like a workshop. Then you will get the notes, but notes can take time. My lovelies, I always recommend that you write your own notes first. And then on Saturday when we meet, you will apply it to somebody else. So you will learn for your own self first with whatever you're dealing with. So let us say that you would like to work through relationships. Relationships we will do in the last set. Because we all have these 3 areas, right? There's also a 4th area of spirituality and relationship with God. But my darlings, when you work with Dharma, you are already increasing your spirituality and your relationship with God. So that is inherent in the work that we're doing. First 2 weeks, we will work on health. Next 2 weeks, we will work on wealth. Next 2 weeks, we will work on relationships, because karma impacts these 3 the most. when it impacts your health, Lord Saturn does do his best to make sure it doesn't reach your health. So first it will do something to your relationship, then it will do something to your wealth, then it'll happen around your wealth, and then it'll happen around your health. Last, it happens with your health. When I was speaking about the animal tendencies and our blessings that we could have two parents with more humanity, not so blessed we could have a parent with one parent, and when we have very heavy animal tendencies, then neither parent carries the humanity. And one of the things that I mentioned was that in the animal kingdom, as in general and primarily, nobody cares for the young, which is why the wound of abandonment is the most in humanity. What does abandonment do to your health, and what is the karma around it? What does abandonment do to your wealth, and what is the karma around that? What does abandonment do to your relationships, and what is the karma around that? Is what we will cover while learning how to use word medicine. We will do 20 word medicines. Today's call, you have already gotten 2. Did I do more? And you've gotten 2 levels as well. You got 2 levels of the be, okay, my. You got 2 levels there. And you got thank you. And you got another level, which is how you're going to do this for you, which is what? Be light, my, take your name. So levels is separate. We will do 20 word medicines. And 10 of these will be very good for releasing and clearing. 10 of these will be for manifesting. Like when I do a thank you, and thank you, by the way, is one of those that works for both. So I'll just very quickly take you through that. So let us say you have right now, you're getting tired, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to miss it, but I also want to go and have dinner. I have to go to work. So some stress and pressure might be building up. So thank you, stress, thank you, pressure. 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 And you will have some water and you will notice it's already subsiding a little bit. Although we use the word thank you. The power of thank you was slated for Wednesday. So we're going to do it again. And you will see, oh, my lovelies. Well, the point I was trying to make is like thank you can be used for both. It can be used for clearing as well as for manifesting. Like, for example, if you say, thank you, new job, then you're using it for manifesting. And if you address the problem you're dealing with, you're using it as clearing. So apart from the be and the thank you, we will do 10 decrees for clearing and 10 decrees for manifestation. This includes an introduction and a crash course in the number decrees. The number decrees you will see when we work on your number for your karmic blockage. You will see how simple it is, how easy it is. 2 levels of that we will cover. Number decrees have about 5 levels. We will cover 2 because number decrees is like a separate program by itself. Just like Saturn's decrees is a separate program, but you will get what you need in order to keep moving to the more sattva, to the more dharmic, to chasing the light, being the light, and karmic light warrior. Oh, there's more. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You've already you did mention this.
I already.
Yes, and this is about the sorry, you have mentioned these. I was just keeping it there.
And this package does allow you to charge for what you do. If you're an existing practitioner, you will add to it. If you're a newbie, you can begin. However, you will need to spend at least 3 months working on yourself because you have to submit 6 case studies, 2 on health, 2 on wealth, 2 on relationships. Then you get your certification. Then you can start charging. But there are the exact 5 steps as to what to do as a professional working with your client, and we will talk about that as well. Very simple 5 steps. You've actually seen me do them on this call itself. But I will tell you what those steps are and how you will begin with your first client. Yes.
And of course, there is the bonuses of the new moon and full moon calls and the 1008 times thank you MP3.
Coming up. Coming up. India. And package B is everything that we mentioned, but along with a one-on-one session of 20 minutes. 20 minutes is the biggest session I do. It's the VIP session. I do 5-minuters because you can see how quickly everything is happening. I do 10-minuters, but 20 minutes is VIP. This is normally at $330 USD or 24,000 rupees. In this package, you pay barely 3,000 rupees or $50 more.
Yeah,
Yes.
about that. Because 12,001 to
$205.
50,001, right?
You get it. So no hesitation. Be Rajas. Pick it up. And I will catch you again on Wednesday. I did want to do what happens with, oh, thank you so much. This is so cute. Yes. Yes. Start
And
now. Start now.
that's a decree as well.
Let you be light. Okay. I'm going to tell you the 6 qualifications to be a practitioner. Your 6 qualifications are also a way in which you will use word medicine with color. The first qualification, which is something, again, that we did in the Health Summit, is the word health itself. H-E-A-L-T-H. He who has health heals. He who heals has health. Only he who has health can heal. Only he who heals can have more health. First thing, yellow color. Thumb. And you will just spell out H-E-A-L-T-H.
Doesn't matter what direction it's written in, does it?
No, but you have to give it a moment after that because something will start happening in the body. And by the way, there's also a second level to what we're doing right now. We'll do it on Wednesday. And for those of you all who are catching this on the replay, and it isn't Monday, Wednesday, Friday for you, there is the next part of this call. You'll catch it then. Only when you have health can you do the most important thing that is required for you to be a professional practitioner, which is, light blue, please, learn. Can you learn on the day that you are unwell?
No.
Even now, right? Tired, spent a lot of time on this call. Like your head is shutting down, right? You need other kinds of nourishment and nutrition because you need health to learn. Write down learn on your index finger, give it a moment because something is going to start happening in your eyes, your ears, your head. If there is one thing that we've all gone through in our lives, it's that the only way that we could have come where we are, including knowing how to use a Zoom call, including knowing how to write the spelling, is we went to school. What did we do in school? We learned. We had the health, we went to school. On the days we were not well, we stayed at home. We learned because only through that learning can you do Green, please. Grow. Only when you grow do you know enough, have enough to, pink please, share. Children are not supposed to be professionals. Why?
They haven't grown yet.
Because they haven't learned.
They haven't learned yet.
Therefore, what they can share is very limited. But what you share, and only what you share, is what will bring you, orange please, earnings. Health, learning, grow, share, earn. Red, please. Center of the palm, covering all of this. Healer and healed. Why healer and healed? Because as an unmarried marriage counselor, you do not know enough in your learning or your growth to be able to share so much that you can earn so much. Healer and healed. And you will write this on the other hand as well, but you can do this after you have taken your break. Do it tomorrow morning, do it later. If you have the energy, do it right now, and you will see, and just sit. And you're going to keep both your palms open. You're going to close your eyes. And something will start working for you. Those of y'all who stayed till here, I appreciate you so much. I value this so much. Thank you, 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 thank you. Before you sleep tonight, write these in your palms, go to bed, see how you feel in the morning. Just keep in mind, when you bring in the light, what is not light is going to start leaving. So if you feel like you've got a cough or a cold, like we had a couple of people after Saturday's call whose back wasn't feeling so good, do not judge yourself for it. Have water, use be okay, use thank you, get somebody to wipe off and tell us how you do. It has been such a pleasure to be with you. Even though this is just the start of our journey, I feel like because we've spent so much time together, I know you very well. And I look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday, where Nidhu will invite you back into this space. So we will celebrate more karma and dharma then. We will take a look at your scores. We will take a look at the sentence. We will understand being a karmic light warrior again within 5 minutes. And well, I'll catch
And
you.
before you say bye,
Yeah.
I just want to say, everybody knows I don't have to keep repeating this, but for anybody who's catching you for the first time passes quickly with you. One does not realize how much time has gone by, because look at the understanding, the learning that is coming through. 1, 2. What a day for your call, Nidhu. Because today, the 10th of July, is the first fasting Monday of the Sawan ka Mahina, which began on Tuesday, 4th July, which is the same day, by the way, that you started posting the birthday karmic
Details.
and the details. Okay, so it started then. Your call has happened on the first Monday, and this Sawan, which is for people abroad, according to the Hindu calendar. So the Sawan ka Mahina, the month of Sawan, belongs to Lord Shiva. It's a very auspicious period. And normally there are 4 Mondays that is fasted upon, so to speak. But this time it's 8 Mondays. It is a phenomenon that happens once in
And
19-20
eight,
years. So,
the number of Saturn and karma.
and there you go.
Something is
So,
definitely taking place for all
something,
of
yeah.
us.
I do not know. I do not know what happened, but this is what you call divine timing.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you
So
for
thank you, Nidhu.
sharing that with us. And everybody, thank you again for all the time that you have been here and spent with us. Welcome to the Mystic Lotus Awesome Healers Training Summit. Big love, big hug. Keep drinking lots of water. Keep wiping. Namaste from India.